Freedom. Welcome to the word freedom. This is Norm of Norm's Second World and Norm and Friends TV show. One of the things that I would like to talk about is freedom. 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 What is freedom? For us here in America, on the, there's a lot of freedom. Freedom to have this show without being censored. Freedom to have my beautiful little baby kitty laying on the table while I'm talking like he owns it. Freedom is having my dog who lays down beside me. Freedom is having another cat laying beside me. And my roommate and partner Scott, who is my cameraman. Freedom to choose who we want to have with us. That's freedom. Freedom to have the right to have the American flag flying off my porch, looking out my window and watching people walk up and down without being seeing military people with guns ready to shoot us, or watching the kids playing in the park. That's freedom, folks. Freedom to choose whatever we want to do. Freedom to choose to be whatever religion we choose to be. That's freedom. That's liberties. However, the politicians would love to censor our freedom, making us use words that could be politically correct. If we use several words like the N word or the G word or whatever, we have to be politically correct. Freedom is being taken away bit by bit, forcing us to go against what we believe in when it shouldn't be that way. No one cares about who you are or what you are, but no one has a right to force us to believe in what they want us to believe. However, freedom says they can. Freedom is the right to run around and be who you are. Scott, what is freedom to you?
Freedom to be able to express yourself as you please.
Okay, there you go. That's my roommate Scott, be able to express how you please, right? And like, I have the right to be a psychic. We see so many things out here that we take for granted. We see people here that are destroying our beautiful flag, walking all over it. And unfortunately, that is their right. They come from other countries and they don't respect our flag, but that is their right. And yet, if you go to another country and you destroy their flag, you wouldn't have the freedom that you have. You have the right to go and drink, consume all the alcohol you want, as long as you're old enough, over 21, I believe. Okay, smoke all the cigarettes you want if you're over 18. There are consequences for the actions, of course. You have the right to do all the drugs you want to do, and all of us, the doctors have the right to prescribe all these different medications to you. That's freedom. You have the right to abuse it if you want to. That's your choice. If you choose to go out on the streets and do the heroin, that's your choice. That's your freedom. That's your right. If you choose to stay home and do nothing, that's your right as well. But then you infringe upon somebody else's right by making us take out of our tax dollar to pay for it. They want to build new drug centers. With all along, you have the right to abuse your body. However, I find it interesting you do not have the right to smoke marijuana, even though it is a thing that can help you feel better. It would cut back on all these pills that were prescribed. It would help us to people who can't eat or who have cancer and they need to eat. It will not allow them to. We have many rights and that's fine. But there's also consequences. We don't have the right to choose who we want for our president. That's already been chosen for us. We have the right to go and vote. We have the right to go and say, well, I want Donald Trump. I want Mickey Mouse. I want, what's her name, Hillary Clinton. But we have the right to go and vote and carry out our votes, but our votes are not heard because they already know who's going to win. So to me, that is actually a violation of our rights. I also don't feel it's a violation of it if they ask you for ID to go and vote. Is that a violation of our rights? I don't think so. They're asking because they want to make sure that you have the legal right to vote. When you go to a bank, you show ID. When you go to get your driver's license, you show ID. There are many things that you have to show your identification for to make sure you're over 21. Okay, is that a violation of our rights? Is that a violation of our freedom? Is that what our military people have gone over and fought for? Many men and women have died, been injured for their rights because the government or the president can order. That's his right. That's a freedom, I guess, to have an all-out war. We have a right to choose our own religion. However, we really don't have the right. Well, my cat has the right to stand up and wash his face, I guess. We have the right to do whatever we want to do as long as we're not harming anybody. And I'm a firm believer in that. Do no harm, but expect your rights. Do no harm, but respect other rights. We may not always agree with each other, and that's a wonderful thing. We may not always look to each other. One may say, I am better than you are, or you're better than I am. But you know what? No one's better than anybody else. Excuse me. We have the right to make millions of dollars. We have the right to do that. But we don't have the right to force someone to do something or to believe in something they don't want to believe in. Well, I suppose we do. We have the right to kill each other if we want to, I guess. But what are the consequences of it? There's always consequences to everything that we have a right to do. There are always consequences to everything that we do, right or wrong. If we follow through with what we believe in, then we're okay. If you believe that Jesus Christ is your personal Savior, awesome. But don't be a hypocrite about it. Live by that word. If you believe, like I do, I believe in the universal spirit, that I don't have a right to judge anybody, and believe me, I try not to. I'm not perfect. Almost. No, I'm kidding. But we all have our rights. We have a right to love who we want to love without being condemned, like there are in a lot of countries. A lot of countries, if you're gay, you can be put to death. A lot of countries, if you dare to go against what they believe in, traveling the flag, I guarantee that it wouldn't be the right thing to do. You would be punished. America has so many rights, and they're so lenient with people that it's almost scary. The sad part is the rights are being abused every day. Not by just the people, but by the government. The government give who runs this country, the people that we vote for, tell us what we're going to do. They want to take away the right to carry guns. the Second Amendment right. They want to take that all away. And there's a lot of people out there that say, oh, yeah, let's take away all them guns. Let's take away so we can't defend ourselves. But folks, it isn't the guns that kill, it's the people that kill. The Second Amendment right to bear arms is very strong and very important in this country. Should they decide that they're going to take our guns away, there is going to be more violence. There is going to be more and more and more violence and killing than you'll ever believe. Let's not lose our rights. Let's value our freedom to be able to do what we want to do. Let's be able to pray the way we want to pray. I have a TV show that I have to be kind of like censored because I have to be kind of careful at what I say. And that's okay. I enjoy the show, but I also have to be very careful that I don't offend someone. And that's okay because I enjoy doing the show and we don't want to offend someone. Our rights are important. Let's respect them. Let's respect the freedom that we have to enjoy our rights. And remember that every day you are the winner. Goodbye and good day, and I'll see you next week. So long now.